Hey, what's going on, ladies and gentlemen? What's it called? Ladies and gentlemen, ladies and germs, whatever the hell you want me to call you guys. Criticism Guy 2009 here, aka Shadow Crimson. I always forget the other half of my Blue TV name, but check me out down there. Link to be down below. I said it last week, excuse me. What's wrong with me today? I just finished sipping on the. Okay, hold on a second. Okay. I just had like a text or a phone call or something like that. But other than that, videos brought to you by Powerade. I just drank it earlier. But before I keep going, I want to give 3 quick shout outs. Shout out to I know I told you I was going to give you a couple shout outs. I did on my Nintendo Free channel, but haven't done it here. So shout out to Mellowmite21. I know I gave him a comment like 2 nights ago. Really cool ass guy. Definitely subscribe to him. He does a lot of, not a lot of movie reviews. He does a couple of, trying to think of the word. He does a lot of anime reviews. He'll do a couple of game reviews. He does a lot of like these series like Why Women Like Thugs series. So definitely check his shit out. Very awesome dude. And if you're expecting cussing, he doesn't do any profanity or anything. But you know what? I'll respect him to that point. I think he's a Christian too. So you know what? I'll give him a lot of respect for that shit. Real hard to be a Christian in this world sometimes. Let me tell you that right now. This video is not about religion and politics and all that. Pushing that fucking bullshit to the side. Actually, in my room right now, and I don't know if any of you guys have seen this yet. You probably have on my Nintendo Free channel, but check that shit out right there. Real awesome. There's that Tron, that Tron Legacy thing was real awesome, from 2010. This is a new little edition Pikachu right there. You have your battle boss and the victors and all that, There's that, and then I think I showed you already this guarded desert and all that from Naruto. Excuse me, like I was saying, I got that haircut too. Still got it nice and fresh, I got that little Latino and Mexican shit, Gorilla de la Moco or Gorilla Snot haircut, like gel. Real good shit. Let me show you this shit right here. Excuse me. And I'll be back in a second. Let me just check something out. I'm sorry for the interruption. Okie dokie Loki motherfucker. So, like I was saying, I had a little bit of ask me that chocolate shit. You already know what it is. Real good stuff. Definitely use it for the bitches, Want to get bitches, use that shit, man. See, this is the old school one right here. Mocha de gorilla gel. And it says in Spanish, like, snot gorilla, gel gorilla, whatever the fuck it is. And this is the newer version, you can tell. The newer version of this. I have the green one, but very awesome shit. But Latino, you definitely know about that shit, especially if you're Mexican. Other than that, sorry for all the interruptions. Put all that to the side. So yeah, like I said, shout out to Mellowmite21. Also, shout out to Frank Mendez 316. He's on my Nintendo Free channel for J Vargas Bronx. Most of you guys know my sub. I gave him a couple shout outs already on here and on my criticism Nintendo Free 2011 channel, as most of you guys know already. And he has another new channel, matter of fact, it's called J Vargas Bronx 2. Definitely check that dude out. He says what's on his mind. He ain't afraid to sugarcoat anything. He just tells shit like it is. He puts shit down for life, for reals, He talked about, last video, he talked about like the 2012 Olympic Games and how it's a waste of time. I'm not sick or anything, but other than that, yeah, let's begin with these 3 anime reviews. Oh, this one, shout out to Aztec, and I forgot his numbers on there, but Aztec, a real cool guy. He told me about this update. Another anime from the 90s. I grew up with this one. I wasn't like a huge fanboy of this anime. It's kind of like how My Little Pony is, but it's not like anime. That's American animation. And other than that, there's 2 more shout outs I want to do, but I forgot your names, so I'm sorry I left you guys out. I promise I'll give you some more. Only reason I'm sniffing a little ass is it's a little dusty in here. And you can tell this is my room. I just got these 2 beds up. So, other than that, let's really begin. There's 3 things I'm going to be talking about. I was actually 2, because I was going to do a video game review for Medal of Honor, but like I said, I'm not going to be doing so many video game reviews on this channel anymore. You want that shit? Check my Nintendo Free 2011 channel out. I'll do a lot more on the scene right there, but I'll do a lot more explanation. I'll get a lot more into depth and a little bit more in depth in the concept and the video game reviewing, but right here I don't really do that too much. I'm going to be doing another one called Manuel's cool-ass history shit from back in the days segment, where I talk about how my life was back in elementary, middle school, high school, you know, all the way up to now, being me 23 years old in a couple more months to next year, I'll be 24. Hopefully I'll be out this piece of shithole. I really don't like living in Vegas that much. I'll be honest with you. Be honest with all my reviewers and my viewers, my subs, you know, I don't like this city. If you're going to raise kids here, good luck with it, but that's a whole other concept. You probably might as well skip almost the first 10 minutes of this video if you lasted this long. And that's what I'm really going to end up. So here we go. The two things I'm going to be talking about is the reboot and one of my favorite childhood animes of all time. The 7th or the 8th anime I saw after Gun Wing Pokemon. You know, Transformers was the one. I liked that shit from back in the days. Two other ones like Batman, and that wasn't an anime, and Superman. I know they're from the United States, but real good shows anyway. But, like I was saying, let's get to it. You know, they finally did the reboot for, drum roll please. Boom! And the winner is, they're doing a reboot for SailorMoon. I know most of you guys are looking at me like, no, criticism, man, what are you talking about with this fucking shit? You fucking kidding me? You know, that's a fucking little girl's fucking anime. I'm like, no, first of all, you know what, you gotta look at the anime review, like, you gotta look at the anime. This was back in the 90s, you know. Me growing up as a 90s kid, I loved this shit every day when I was coming out back in 2nd and 3rd grade, you know. I would go straight to the fucking, you know, TV, because I didn't really have too many friends at the time. I was kind of like antisocial at that time, you know. It's a long story. Long story short, I learned to like where a lot of the white kids went to, like these nice little suburban schools, because at that time my parents, usually my mom, and she would really want me to like go to all these schools so I could get a better education, go to college and shit, which I only did like 2 years in college and barely got an associate's degree. But other than that, I can't do shit with it. But that's a little bit more personal shit. I'm not going to get into that. I'm here to do anime reviews. Oh, and I'm going to do the other one too, called Lyoko. It's not really an anime review. I thought it was one, but it was actually made from France, which was probably the fuck out of me a couple of years ago. It stopped showing it like 6 years back in 06. But yeah, other than that, let's get on with this. A lot of people are doing this shit in July when they were talking about SailorMoon, the rebooting for it, and it's coming out next year somewhere around 2013. Hopefully, if the shit doesn't hit the fan on December 21st, you know, like, there's no World War III, because you guys, as most of you guys know, I do a lot of alternative media, you know, like underground shit, like Alex Jones. You know, I'm wide fucking awake. I ain't sleeping shit at all. Let me just check the time of how long I've been doing this. 8 minutes. I thought it'd be like 20 minutes by now, at least 15. I don't know. Hopefully, like the night setup and back. But you know, quite frankly, you know, I know, like I talk about, I'm gonna be getting into other shit. Like, watch out for my next video, probably next week on Monday. I'll be talking about how that whole temple like massacre thing that happened, like same with the MK Ultra thing. They saying there was like 4 people in there that did it, not just one, not the white racist supremacist fuck that did that shit. Really, the FBI was all behind this shit. You know, to this point, this day and age, that doesn't surprise me how the fucked up bullshit government continues to do that. I'm gonna be talking about that, Thorium, how it's a lot more of a better achievable gas fuel thing, more better than gas, electricity, and all that shit, and water. You know, even water, it's crazy. You know, that, and I'm gonna be talking about how TSA is starting to take a little bit over California and shit. They're not fucking around anymore. They're starting to take over bus stations, train stations. You know. It hasn't happened here in Vegas yet, thank God, because I usually take a bus a lot since I don't have a car, because it's real expensive to afford a car for me these days. On the budget I'm on, hey, it's a joke. There's no way I can afford a car. But other than that, you know, basically, there's that, 2 more other things, but I don't have time for it. Like I said, I'll do a video game review for Medal of Honor. I think that was Tom Clancy's shit. Real awesome shit. A little bit better than Call of Duty and Battlefield 3, if I say so myself, you know? But yeah, basically, as I was saying, SailorMoon. Like I said, if the shit don't hit the fan December 21st, we'll be able to watch it next year, hopefully. Hopefully they don't fuck it up and butcher it out, like, because I've been watching a lot of these other reviews last night of the whole review series. I know I'm a month late on it, but And it has the whole thing, you know, a Sailor Uranus, Sailor Mars, Sailor Neptune, Sailor Jupiter, Sailor Venus, Sailor Earth, and Sailor, I think Sailor Pluto, if she's still in there. Because in the 90s, you know, Pluto was still considered a planet, but I think in 2003, 04, maybe 05, I don't know. It was during when I was still in high school or middle school, like, Pluto wasn't a planet anymore. So I don't know if they're going to keep Sailor Pluto in there anymore or not. But other than that, you know, basically it revolves around all these girls. I think SailorMoon is the one that controls everything. You know, she's the main leader, the blonde with the long pigtails, like she was back in the 90s when I used to watch her. Like, in Tuxedo Mask, he was the one that was like the, what's his name? Yeah, Thorium, which was his real name, but most of the girls called him Tuxedo Mask. He wore the mask. He was the only guy character in there. Which made me laugh a little bit, because, like, let's be honest, this was probably one of the first animes I'm not going to be too embarrassed to say this shit, but it ended up giving me a hard on. I'm going to be straight up honest with you. And I know most of you can fucking laugh and shit, you know. Oh, what a fat fuck virgin motherfucker. Man, I ain't no fucking virgin, so I'm telling you, I got plenty of fucking pussy back in my days. Nowadays, I'll probably get it like once a week or a month, you know. Mostly a month. But, you know, basically, what I'm trying to say is that, you know, I just watched it for the girls to get naked. I didn't give a shit. Literally. It was kind of like a hentai shit, you know? But thing is, the fucking FCC that continues to fuck our shit up, you know, a lot of people don't really watch TV anymore unless they're like 45, 50 and up. Mostly a lot of older, middle-aged people that do watch TV. I don't really watch anymore. I usually watch internet. Only times I remember going to watch TV is for like the news and weather, the local news. Other than that, I really don't watch it too much at all. But, yeah, and then I'll watch some HBO shit, I guess, Showtime, Miramax, Encore, I guess. I guess you can Stars even once in a while, you know. Oh, and, speaking of which, I don't think I showed you guys, because I used to have, like, the CenturyLink shit, and a roommate decided to, like, me and him decided, like, I only had, like, 20 bucks left. It's DirecTV shit, man. Check that shit out, you know. Looks like an HD PVR, but it ain't. Trust me on that. I know my shit. Technology, obviously. But, like I was saying, you know, basically, I'm sorry about that. Almost farted. Like I was saying, you know, he was the only male character in there, Tuxedo Mask, and, you know, a lot of guys didn't like that. The subversion, I will tell you, I've seen it myself, it's a lot better. Show a lot more blood, a lot more gore, a lot more ass and tits, a little bit of pussy here and there, and, what else was I going to say about the anime? It was like a harem thing. It's kind of like how Tenchi Muyo was. If any of you guys aren't familiar with that, I actually saw a couple of reviews for that. Fullmetal Alchemist, Inuyasha, Death Note, and what else? Another anime I'm trying to think of. Well, two like movie animes, like Summer Wars and The Girl That Leads Through Time. Which I will say, if I do get to see the movie of that on the internet, probably sometime around this month and next month, probably next month in summer, I'll probably do the anime review for that, The Girl That Leads Through Time, but I've been so busy trying to find a permanent job, it's been like neck and neck on me. I've been trying to bite that bullet, you know? Trying to look for more work and shit, you know? My time job ain't doing good enough sometimes. But like I said, yeah, it's basically talks about the 7 girls, you know, that talked about like the kindness and love and shit of, kind of like My Little Pony, the friendship is magic shit. The only difference is that there's girls that are doing it, you know? And the only thing I didn't like about it, back when I was younger, they left a lot of shit unanswered. Instead of doing like all these like sexual crazy scenes things where they do in the hardcore fights and have a little bit of sex here and there in the Japanese version, which I saw for myself was 1,000 times fucking better than the American version. But I could see it was like more to like 7-year-olds like they were watching, but even teens and 20-year-olds at that time were watching at that time. Most of them probably like 20, 30, something like around my age or a little bit older. If you were like 17 and over right now, you probably know what I'm talking about. If you're under that, you probably don't understand shit that I'm talking about. But other than that, you know, it's just wild. I'm just glad they're bringing it back. You know, maybe there's an OVA series for it. I'm not sure. They had the Sailor Sus thing in the American version, and like the thing that I really didn't get about, I think it was Sailor Uranus and Sailor Neptune. I think it was Sailor Mars and Sailor Uranus. I don't know. Or Uranus. I don't know. That's kind of fucking stupid how these two in the American version, they were like cousins, but in like the Japanese version, they were like lesbian lovers. And I don't got nothing against gays and like homosexuality and all that, just I mean, you could be friends with me if you're a homo or anything like that, like, or homosexual or anything. But just when it comes to like sex and shit, just don't talk to me about that, all right? Leave that shit fucking in your own private personal life. I don't want to hear like two guys that are fucking each other. No. You bring that shit the fuck out here, all right? I don't want that shit on my channel. You get the fuck out with that shit, all right? But if you respect me, you know, you want to talk to me one-on-one, you leave a comment down below. You know, definitely talk to me. And before I go, hold on a second. You can hear some real paranormal noises. I don't know what it is. Sadly, one of the dogs took shit on the fucking rug. I hate it when they do that shit. Oh, before I keep going, the video was brought to you by, I don't know if you can see that honey baked ham. Real good shit, you know, definitely check that shit out. Here in the, you know, Southwest area of Vegas, definitely check the shit out, honey baked ham. Real good fucking honey, a lot of good turkey shit. It's kind of like Einstein bagels and Panera bread, if any of you guys are familiar with that, even with Fazoli's. If you got that anywhere in your part of the country, definitely check that shit out, give them a visit. You know, definitely good fucking cookies on there. The desserts on there are wild, mad good. Like for real, my dude, seriously. Other than that, let me just check the time for this. Sorry about that. 60 minutes. I'm gonna try to go quick with the SailorMoon review thing, but yeah, I didn't really like how they like took out the blood and the guts, you know, all that crazy shit. I remember the final episode where SailorMoon ends up defeating that evil demon witch lady. I forgot her name. Cause, I mean, how long? What? It's been like 11 years. The last time I saw it was like 2001, back when I was 12. Still in upstate New York at that time, you know, before I moved out here to Vegas. But you know, some crazy fucking shit out here, man. Especially in this anime, you know. The thing I liked about it, I liked the storyline, how they would like fight every day, you know. And they would have the sailor stuff, I guess was okay, you know. They told kids not to do drugs or drink alcohol or like, you know, not to steal from your parents' wallets and shit, you know. I guess it was alright. It was like, man, you know, nah, like all that shit, you know. Other than that, I give it a 9 out of 10 on the old SailorMoon one. Hopefully they don't fuck it up, you know, for next year, 2013, you know. I heard all the original characters, the cast of the English version and the Japanese version, are going to be coming back again, which I'm very excited about. If they have any video games for it, because I think they had it for like the PS1 a long time ago, Super Nintendo, the games for it. Correct me if I'm wrong on that, but they'll probably bring it to the Xbox 360 and PS3 and shit in the Wii if they do end up making video games for it. Unless next year they make a 720 and a PS4. So I doubt they will, but I think they might be making a 720 Xbox next year. Correct me if I'm wrong on that as well. Maybe I haven't got all my information down written correctly. Like I've done my research on from time to time, like from a basic status basis. You know what I'm talking about. But other than that, you know, definitely looking forward to the SailorMoon, like especially the franchise, the merchandise, aka the merch on that. It's gonna be crazy as fuck. I'm definitely gonna be getting a lot of that shit. And I don't give a fuck if some of you guys are saying, oh, what a fucking retard, you know, like, oh, this guy's wasting his time, like, getting all this shit, you know, go fuck off, like, seriously, guys, you gotta look at this anime from an open-minded point of view, you know, like, how I'm looking at it, like, how I look at it, you can try to look at it, like, with an open mind, don't give it, like, fucking bullshit, you know, right off the bat, like, one of my homeboys on here on YouTube, Misanthropic one says, he does a lot of underground rap music reviews. Shout out to the dude, very awesome guy, check him out. Like he says, if it ain't broke, don't fucking fix it, you know? Other than that, you know, definitely looking forward to that. Looking forward to the video games a lot more. Really looking forward to the manga too, because I didn't get to really read that much of the manga for SailorMoon, but all the character designs, all the graphics, the old school ones. I heard it's in high definition too, so hopefully they don't fuck it up like Dragon Ball Kai. Because it was okay, but it wasn't that good, you know? Hopefully it's not another Dragon Ball Kai, alright? And it'll be like fucking Adventure Time shit, because that's fucking retarded, that show. That's for a younger generation. That's not really for me. Or Amazing World of Gumball shit. Probably been 19 minutes, but this other one I'm doing a little bit quicker, so let's get into this, not really anime, it was an animation. It was from France. I thought it was anime a long time ago until I found out it was made in Paris, France. Which completely blew my fucking mind away, literally. I'm not even going to tell you. I started getting into it last week, Friday. Before that, last time I saw it was 6 years ago, almost. By next month it'll be 6 years, but other than that, you know, Seriously, shit is crazy. If any of you guys used to watch Cartoon Network with that god-awful fucking thing, I really didn't care about it, but only 2 shows, or 3 shows I will watch on there is Pokemon, or the Diamond Pearl shit, and the Hoenn region shit, 3rd and 4th generation. That, I will watch Totally Spies on there, which was real awesome, like American anime, but it was pretty good, you know. I wouldn't give it too much bullshit off the bat, you know. Wouldn't criticize it too hard, you know, too harshly. And that's why I named myself Prison Guy 2009, almost 4 years ago. Other than that, you know, there's this other one called Code Lyoko. So this one's about these 4 kids. Well, it's really 5 if you want to count William in it, but he was for like the 2nd season, I think, or 3rd. It's about these 4 kids. One is this geeky, nerdy little kid that he knows a lot about computers and shit. His name is excuse me, sorry, I fucked up on my voice. His name is Jeremy Belswad, and then there's the other one that's Odd De La Robia. You know, the funny ass geeky kid. Well, he's not a geeky kid, he's more like Sonic the Hedgehog, Rainbow Dash kind of like character, you know. He's outgoing, adventurous, you know, he'll crack a few jokes here and there, funny ass dude. He's probably one of my favorite characters I know is Odd. And there's the other one, this dude's named Oric or something. I forgot his last name. He's a real cool guy, you know. He's smooth, laid back, you know. He's like the handsome dude that all the girls want to get within this middle school, high schoolers thing. And there's the other one, Yumi Ishiyama. She's real fucking cool. Like, she's a Japanese girl that's a cute little half piece of fucking ass. I would hit that. Even though they're like cartoons, but it's okay. And they're not real, you know. It's all good if you want to get into that shit, you know. I wouldn't mind myself. And then the last one I want to talk about is Aelita Stone, the one that ends up being like, in the 1st season, she's just trapped in the virtual world of Lyoko, which this all takes place, and it's about those kids that are fighting this evil, like, demon, demonic force, fucking evil creature named Xana. Like, he tries to always take over everything, like, I don't know, from a little gel thing like this, a refrigerator that kills you motherfuckers out, and like a bed or something, I don't know. Anything that's digitally electronic, he'll do them. But in the 2nd season to the 4th season, you start taking people over people directly because you got free from Lyoko. And then, like, it's about these kids that always got to try to fight Xana and his monsters all the time, you know, beat the living fuck out of him. And, like, I know Oric, he's like a little ninja master dude or whatever. In the 2nd season, he gets, like, 2 swords. Because in the 1st season, their clothes are different. In the 2nd season, they give them a makeup thing, 2nd and 3rd season. Like, they upgrade their weapons. Jeremy, he upgrades the weapons and shit. So Odd, he has little ears, and he can do teleportation and all that. You can see the future and everything. And what else? Yumi, she can do, like, more fans and shit like that. And she gets, instead of, like, her little, like, ninja thing in the bottom, she looks like her hair, like she does in the 2D animation form. She looks like that in the 3D. And then Aelita, she ends up getting, like, these energy field-like powers. And then, like, energy blast powers. I don't know why she calls it energy field. And then she could fly and shit. Because before, the only thing she could do, she could, like, create, like, nature and shit, like rocks, has barriers and shields, you know, and wood and all that, you know. And then there's another dude that comes later on in the 3rd season, I think his name's William Dunbar. Like, he ends up being a good guy at first. He helps him a couple of times, but he always gets his mind erased when Jeremy does the Return to the Past thing, what made Sam stronger. So the show kind of hypocritizes itself, criticizes its own self. It's like they're trying to defeat Sam, but they're making him more powerful the more time they go to Return to the Past. Other than that, you know, basically, you know, there's a lot of jokes on there. There are a lot of side characters, too. There's one, she's a real cute little piece of ass named Sissy or whatever, Elizabeth Delma, but most of them call her Sissy. And then she has her 2 little henchmen dudes with them. Herb, which is like the little nerdy kid with all these like pimples and shit. And Nicholas, he's supposed to be like this little drum player, like dumbass, like jockey dude or whatever. Rockstar guy. And let's go back to William. Oh yeah, there's these 2 little like middle schoolers, I forgot their name. They do this free press thing for like newspapers and video camera shit. Well, let's go back to this dude. Like, he's nice in the beginning, but then when he gets transferred to Lyoko, like there's this little thing called a schizozoa or something that's trying to take over his mind and completely damages his brain. And he ends up working for Xana after that. And he has this big giant fucking sword, and he could do like these teleportation things where he does like shadow clone jutsu shit like Naruto. But he goes under, like, the fucking sea and all that. I've only got to episode 72, yeah. Like, I'm in the 3rd season, I think, right now. So I got one more season. I heard they're going to be bringing a 5th season back. I think they did it back, like, 2 months ago in June. No, we're in August now. And yeah, before I keep going, I'm gonna be doing that movie review tomorrow for sure. Hopefully, on my Nintendo Free 2011 channel. Starring Jeremy Renner and the Bourne Ultimatum. Well, not the Bourne Ultimatum. The Bourne Legacy. Be on the lookout for that shit. So my other channel, like I said, probably been almost 30 minutes. So long story short, you know, that animation's very amazing. I love how they do the 2D, 3D concept thing. You know, they did that for Pokemon, but it got a little annoying. But this one, they knew how to make it just right. They had their own style, their own originality, their own creation of it. The dude that was from France that made the thing, you know, kudos to you. Definitely deserve an award for that shit. I think they got 3 awards for that cartoon. I forgot. It was like a Peabody Award and 2 other awards. I forgot. I saw it on Wikipedia. That's why I do a lot of my research. You know, half of the shit's true, half of it's not, but I like going on that site. A lot of people don't like that site. I usually go on it for, like, look for movies, old shows, new movies, feature shows, animation, what's going on in the fucking world, even NASA shit, you know? Speaking of which, when I do another alternative media video, I want to get a little bit more into NASA and how they did that thing last week when they sent their little robot thing of $2.5 billion in taxpayer money in from private companies and shit that we worked our asses off for. But, you know, whatever. I used to like NASA a lot as a kid, growing up in the 90s, you know. But other than that, you know, Lyoko, 9 out of 10. There's a few cons on there, but I like pros. But other than that, you know, that's all I got to say about that. And the storylines are amazing, too. They got to look for this guy named France Hopper, supposedly Aelita's father. Not creator, but father. They thought they were going to see him, but they never did. But at the end, I think that's when they take their school picture and shit like that. I haven't got all the way up to the end of the series, so when I come back to do another video, I'll let you guys know. It's been like 6 years since I've seen that. I'm not even remember almost 6 years in the past. So. It would have been like 10 or 15 years. I'm definitely not going to remember that shit, but it's under 10 years, I'll remember a little bit. I remember a few glitz and glamours on that. But yeah, you know, 9 out of 10 for that animation. So check out that new SailorMoon shit. I'll leave a link down below. There's a new shit on there. Oh, as far as Killing Floor goes, that update for the zombie game, I need 14 more fucking levels on there. If anyone's out there that plays Killing Floor for the Steam thing, I would very much appreciate your help. My username on there is Shadow Sonic Chaos Emerald Deadman. Or actually no, Shadow Sonic Crimson Deadman. Check me up on there. Help me out for the hell on earth now. So I just need 14 more, and I get the Devil Take ability. Achievement, and I'm not playing no more after unless there's. I know there's 2 more updates that will be coming up pretty soon. There's a Halloween event. I think it's coming out 2 more months in October. So it's just August right now, so you got 2 more months till that shit comes out. That one, and I think they might do a 3rd Christmas event. I don't know. Anyways, you guys take care. I'll see you when I see you. I'm getting out of here. I will do a NASA thing on a curiosity shit or whatever. So take care. Have a good day, have a good night, wherever you're at. Laters, I'm out. See you. I'm getting the fuck out of this bitch. Talk to you later. And be on the lookout, like I said, for The Bourne Legacy, alright, with Jeremy Renner. Alright, take care. I'm gone. Peace the fuck out. Next video I do is probably alternative media, alright? Late. I'm out. See you when I see you. I'm gone.